Today we're checking out this S&B Cold Air Intake with an oiled cleanable cotton filter for the 2020 to 23 6.6 liter Duramax Sierra 2500 and 3500 HD. If you're looking for better airflow, a little more throttle response, and a cleaner under the hood look, then this is definitely worth checking out. This intake is designed to help your truck breathe easier than that factory air box. The oiled cotton filter is a high flow and reusable filter, so you can clean it and keep running it strong instead of tossing in paper filters over and over the years. The intake tube and the air box are both built for smoother airflow and to help reduce restrictions, which can translate to a sharper feel when you roll into that throttle and a deeper, more confident intake sound. It also gives you a cleaner and more performance-minded look under the hood without turning your setup into something overly loud or finicky for everyday use. Now's a good time to check out the website to see some of those customer photos, to see what it looks like once it's under the hood and you got that clear sight window so that you can see the filter and just what the setup looks like under your hood. When it comes to the construction on this, you are getting a durable intake tube and a sealed style air box designed to keep out heat, vibration, and hold up to normal truck use. This filter media is built for long-term use, and the clamps and couplers are sized for a tight and leak-free fit, so everything is designed to sit cleanly in the factory location and you're not fighting weird angles or makeshift mounts and trying to get it in. And if you stick with me, we'll show you that install just here in a minute. Now when it comes to the pricing on this, it's coming in right around that $400 price range. That is a strong value for a full intake system with a reusable oiled filter and a vehicle-specific airbox and tube. Cheaper tube-only or basic filter swaps don't give you the same complete airflow path improvement, while higher-end setups can cost more without offering a huge jump in real-world daily benefits. This one lands in a smart middle ground for function, sound, and long-term value. When it comes to the install on this one, it's gonna get rated just a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can get this job done in 1 hour of your time. To get this job done, you're gonna need a few simple hand tools like a ratchet and a socket set, a flathead screwdriver, a pick tool, and a Torx bit set. And that should be the basics of what you'll need to get this one done. Now let's check out an install video from one of our AmericanTrucks customers and see exactly how this install goes.
The massive flow sensor here, which are 2 Torx screws, which I'll remove once I have it on the table. It looks like it's holding down by one, I believe only one screw, really, huh? Let's start with the massive flow sensor. So using a flathead screwdriver, I believe it's here. We'll pop this up and yeah, okay. So what you do is you pop it up and you squeeze here down and it pops up. Okay, we're just gonna move this out of the way here. I believe it's 930 seconds, and it is, but I'll just stick to the 7mm. I will use an electric ratchet. I am going to use an extension. All right, here, let's start here. All right. And it just slides off. Should slide off over here. Let's try a 13mm socket. And it is a 13mm. I'll leave that there. Remove my 7mm. Alright. I will leave. Actually, no, I'll take the socket with me. I mean, the nut with me. I'll move this one here. Clamp. Oh, and there it is. There's the first one to be removed. So remove that, put it here, or actually not, put it on the ground as well. And it is a 10mm socket. So I'm gonna grab my larger extension. I don't want to lose that nut because I might need it. And it should just pop right up. There you go. What? I believe they need to stay there. Okay, so remove the rubber bushings. They just pop off, so I'm gonna put it back. There's 1 and 2. Put this back down here. Does it fit on here? Alright, so make sure the seal is properly in. right in here. As you can see, it's not in all the way. You just gotta wiggle it and it should pop in. And there you go, see? There, boom. I believe this goes here. Okay, so that's that. And I believe this one goes here. So again, the lip, make sure it goes in. See, as you guys can see, there. The lip goes in and it sits all the way down. This one goes down here. So we'll slide make sure, again, has the lip to go in here. So I'm gonna squeeze this in. I'm gonna use my body for it to go this way. There. Make sure everything's in. Look inside. Make sure it's on properly. There it is. So what we're gonna do is install this rubber grommet in here. This is gonna be fun. All right. So there you go. See, you always want to make sure it's seasoned correctly, which that one did. Up here didn't. I believe that's where that goes. All right. Start all over again. This plastic thing. Okay, that's there. Reach over. Make sure. Because I don't know if you remember, my box was super loose. All right, I got it. So what I did is I lifted it up a little bit and I forced that plastic washer in and at the same time pushed it down. Okay, so now before we continue, I gotta put that nut back on. Well, I won't be able to fit all this in there. You could do it by hand, but again, I'm lazy, so I'm using the electric ratchet. Here you go. Oh, make sure you change this to righty tighty lefty loosey. Yeah, let's remove the sensor. So these are torque bits. So these are my old Craftsman torque bits. So I don't know what size it is. Let's start with the smallest size, which is a T15. I don't know what the T stands for, maybe torque bits, but it's a little loose, but it is torque, right? Yeah, it is a little loose, but we will do that. Again, make sure righty tighty, lefty loosey. So here we go. We'll start with this one. And the reason why I'm doing it manual because I don't like torque bits or torque bolts to begin with. I would hate to strip it if it was super tight, so that's why I always go manual on these. Okay, so remember, okay, so this is like this, so this baby's gonna go there, so boom. So make sure, I think it could only go one way, right? Because you pull it out. Is there a seal to it? Oh, there it is. There. So all right, so as you can see, it doesn't sit flush. That's why AmericanTrucks sent us these spacers. Well, one's a rubber seal and one's a spacer. Let's try that out. Maybe that's why they sent that. We'll put that here for now. Do I have to remove this? I think I do. How it performs. So I'm gonna save all this, of course, and you guys should too, just in case. All right, so I believe this bad boy should go like this. Okay. And then this, so it looks like you just slide it in, sits in flush, put this bad boy in like that. Phillips screw, which is a cross. A lot of people don't know what Phillips means, but it's a cross. Let me try this one. All right, hopefully this thing doesn't roll. I'll leave it there. I am gonna use a coupler to screw this thing in. Again, I'm gonna use this manual since it's a Phillips. Screws in. And sorry if I'm not using the proper term for these tools. Again, I'm not a professional. I just like to do my own work on my cars. Alright, so I don't know the torques. I'm pretty sure there's a, not a torque, I'm sorry, a torque for these, but I don't have a torque wrench, so I'm not going to torque it. So I'm just going to tighten it until I believe it stops. And it looks like it's stopping there. As you can see, look, I'm only using two fingers. Oh, using two fingers. I don't want to over tighten it because, oh, see this one again, using two fingers. I'm gonna do a little more. I know I said I wasn't gonna over tighten it, but there and there. So flathead. I'm not gonna use a flathead anymore. I mean, I'm sorry, not a flathead, a Phillips. I like to install these where in the future, if I need to remove it, easy access, right? So I'm gonna point them up. I can put them here. Maybe, nah, I wouldn't put it near this because of vibration. I would hate for in the future for it to rub and eventually make a hole, right? So I'm gonna remove this bad boy. And it's pretty loose, so it should be good. So you don't tighten it up just yet, right? So you push it all the way in and it's loose, right? So remember, up. And same thing with this thing. I am gonna do the same. Actually, it's not even close, so I don't think you will have an issue, just in case you mess up. But for me, I will put them the same because I am weird like that. We'll put, make sure this is out of the way. We'll push this in. Again, there might be an easier way to install this, but actually, I might be struggling for a bit. Again, that goes there. So again, well, actually, it's more than an inch. You know, I told you guys this takes about an inch. It's more than an inch. All right, so you gotta make sure this is in flush. This, so these clamps, right? See these little ridges? Make sure they are on there. I didn't even loosen this one, but make sure it's on the ridges. And same thing for the one in the back here. There's ridges there, as you can see. I moved it. So there. I'm gonna put those there. Make sure it's flush down here, and this is in. And there. So what I'm gonna do is tighten these up. 8mm. For this, I will use my electric ratchet. Again, I use this because I am lazy. So when you tighten it, as you heard, it's going and it just goes. That's when you kind of want to stop, especially because this is plastic. I know it's hard plastic, but I would hate for me or any of you, if you guys watch this video, for it to crack. Most people kind of over tighten it. See, it's good and tight, so we're good. Okay, so I believe it goes in there. Well, damn, so I guess I gotta remove this. How in the heck? Okay, so I guess I'll loosen this, pop it out, put the filter in. Pop this bad boy off. Again, watch out the sensor. We'll go sideways like this, just so it can look nice, I guess, when you look inside the plexiglass. So, again, watch the sensor. Slide this bad boy in. No, I think it is gonna have to go down. I believe like this. Right? Ooh, alright. Alrighty. Let's get this bad boy in here. Alright, so it's a little tough now for me, but I think it's coming out pretty good. Alright, so this bad boy is gonna go here. I'm not gonna install it yet though, but this goes here. I don't like this. Okay, so that is in there. That's the farthest. Make sure this is seated correctly. Okay, that's about right there. Let's tighten that back up. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There you go. It's nice and tight. Now, this one. Let's put this 10mm back. Again, an 8mm socket for this one here. Again, ignore my mess. My garage, right? Alright, so I don't think it's touching. Yeah, no, it's not touching, or else it wouldn't be bouncy like that. So now let's install this. Well, how stretched it could be. So let's move this backwards. Well, it doesn't really matter. Push it. Is it in? The way I like to check is I like to use my nails here and push back. It's in, and then push this little red clip in. Boom. Alright. But I'll just use my finger. Let's install that. So there's, again, not a professional, so I don't know what's the easiest way to install this, but if there is, please let me know. I'm pretty sure if you read the instructions, it will tell you an easy way. Alright, so just make sure it's all the way in, because I don't think it is. See, I don't like that. I wonder if it's broken. I don't see. Oh, never mind. Disregard. But knowing that it's there, but hey. Alright. So, again, I don't know if this is the right way to install it, because you gotta make sure it's in. Oh, wow. That's it? That was pretty easy. I'm over there thinking, I'm gonna struggle, I'm gonna fight with it. So I'm assuming this is there, so when you're gonna replace or clean the filter, you just pull it and it should easily pop out. You see, not wow. That's actually that's pretty good. That's not easy, because then you'll be worried about it popping off while driving. There it is, the final install. See, again, you might want to have your fingers clean or hands clean, because you can see my fingerprints. I don't know if you can see it. So sensors in, connected, tight. Boom. All right, now moment of truth. Let's start this bad boy. Sweet. Well, there you go, guys.
All right, well, that wraps up our review and install of the S&B Cold Air Intake with an oiled cleanable cotton filter for the 2020 to 23 6.6 liter Duramax Sierra 2500 and 3500 HD. And for all things Sierra, keep it right here at American Trucks.